Go ahead and call the meeting to order. Take a roll call, please.
Mark Cole,
Here.
Monty Montalago,
Here.
Vernell Neville,
Here.
Tony Parikh,
Here.
Euless Sibian,
Here.
Lenore Feeney,
Here.
Jason Hanneman,
Here.
and Erica Dorsey.
Here.
Observe a moment of silence.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next time, I'd like to deviate from the agenda just a bit and ask Colonel Lamar Davis to step up to the front, please. I'd like to stand with you as our executive director reads a resolution. The resolution's been signed by everyone who's present here today, but I know it's been joined in by all who are currently on the commission, as well as all who served on the commission during the tenure.
A State Police Commission resolution honoring the accomplishments and service of Colonel Lamar A. Davis. Whereas the Louisiana State Police serves as the premier law enforcement entity of the state of Louisiana, and whereas members of the State Police Service provide an integral role in the safety and well-being of Louisiana's citizens and visitors, and whereas it is imperative that those who choose to serve receive direction and leadership from a colonel with demonstrable integrity and an unwavering work ethic. And whereas by the appointment of Governor John Bell Edwards, the Office of State Police has been under the helm of Lamar A. Davis as its 26th superintendent since October 30th, 2020. And whereas Colonel Davis joined the Louisiana State Police Service in 1998, and throughout his career, he held assignments in patrol, criminal intelligence, gaming enforcement, criminal investigations, operational development and technology, and business support. And whereas his years of experience in law enforcement and the United States Army before joining the Louisiana State Police provided Colonel Davis with additional perspectives on leadership that helped him in his current position. And whereas, as the appointing authority, Colonel Davis encountered difficult decisions in leading his agency, all the while ensuring that communication of significant information came directly from his office to his team. And whereas Colonel Davis has taken transformational leaps forward in agency-wide initiatives, such as active bystandership for law enforcement active de-escalation strategies, implicit bias training, as well as revised policies and practices for the use of force, body-worn cameras, and professional standards and compliance. Therefore, be it resolved that the members of the Louisiana State Police Commission hereby honor the accomplishments and years of service of Colonel Lamar A. Davis and wish him Godspeed in his retirement. Signed this day in Baton Rouge on the 14th day of December, 2023.
We'll get another one as we go. Not official, but size of one. And Colonel Davis, we understand you have another engagement, and so we appreciate you being here this morning.
If I may.
Jim, please.
First of all, thank you all for everything. Our agency came through at a difficult time, and for me as a person, there were times where it challenged before my being, challenged my heart, challenged everything I stood for. And what I rested on was the people. The hope, the prayers, the support that everybody showed me as we went. And really, I say the people, I mean the men and women of our agency. Because although they were suffering along with me, they also sent me prayers. They also sent me words of encouragement. They also went out and sacrificed. So I hope that as we continue on as an agency, we continue on with our mission, we do not forget that's the foundation of everything we do. Humanity of our society, everything we do rests on people. And I hope that you all get, that's what I try to really put us in a position to be the best that we can be so that we can serve. So, again, thank you all. I appreciate it. Overwhelming, to be honest. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also like to. No, thank you. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize and welcome the Colonel Designate Robert Hodges, who's also present. Good morning, sir.
Come on.
And I want to pledge to you our continued support of you and your position, as well as support for the Louisiana State Police to make it the best organization that it can be. And you can count on us to be there to try to help you to do that.
Thank you for the warm welcome. I look forward to working with everyone in the future. And the meetings already. 3 to 4 days to prepare following, but I'm excited about the future.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
With that slight deviation from the agenda, we'll move on to back to the agenda. I understand we had no one who has requested an opportunity to speak to. We have no one other than Ms. White who was asked to speak about anything on the agenda, and we'll ask her to just reserve her comments until we get to that particular agenda item. So the first order of business is consideration of the meeting minutes of November 9 of 2023. Do we have any motions?
So moved.
Been moved and seconded to approve the minutes as submitted. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. The second item on the agenda is public hearing to consider proposed changes to State Police Commission rules as detailed in General Circular number 234. At this point, I would make a motion that we consider all of the proposed changes in General Circular number 234, with the exception of the changes to Chapter 13.1L and Chapter 14.1B. We have a second.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comments on that portion of the rule changes?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
I believe it's chapter 14.3B.
14.3B. Thank you for the correction. Will you accept the friendly amendment to the motion that's seconded? All right. Thank you. That's why we keep Jason around. He keeps me straight. All right. Any comments on that proposed changes to the rules? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Now we'll have a motion to accept the changes to Rule 13.1L. And I understand we do have some comment on that, but do we have a second so we can formally get it on the floor?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Ms. White, you wanted to comment on that?
Association. My comments will be really for 13.
But now why don't we propose, I'll amend my motion to make it both subject to an acceptance by the second, then you can make your comments on both at the same time. I got a head nod that they were accepting that change to, so we'll just proceed with that.
And the reason why I'm gonna take both those together as the changes. Is that currently the rules provide some protection and support for any trooper who experiences discrimination because of membership or non-membership in a private organization. And that language, that protection is proposed to be deleted. And I understand and the association understands what the Constitution says about the basis for an appeal, the basis of discrimination, that it is limited to 4 factors and membership or non-membership in a private organization is not listed as one of those factors, but there is protection for discrimination in the Constitution and in the area. It is prohibited by the Constitution, and our concern is that we don't want it completely eliminated from the rules. If you look at 14.3 as a currency, that is a rule that provides for other prohibited activities. The 14.3 deals with these are the rules that are going to establish what is prohibited activity. Currently, the rules say that prohibited activity for someone to be no person shall be appointed or promoted to or promoted or dismissed from any position in the classified state police service or in any way favored or discriminated against with respect to or because of his or her political or religious opinion or affiliation, race, sex, or membership or non-membership in any private organization. And so the change that's proposed to be made is to take out solely the part about membership or non-membership in any private organization. And so our concern is that if that is taken out, that a trooper who experiences that sort of discrimination because of their membership or non-membership in a private organization, that they will have no recourse to this commission and to have their matter heard. Currently, if a trooper has the right of appeal for any rule violation, and so if you take this out of your rules, there's no longer a rule violation, so there's no longer that protection and just that that checks and balances. So that there's an opportunity for if a decision is made and the trooper believes that decision is violative of the current rules, they won't have a matter of recourse. So we want to make sure that we protect that. The Constitution protects that. Article 10.4, Section 48(a)(3) does say, does protect that. There should be no rule, regulation, or practice of anything, of any agency or department or any official of the state shall favor or discriminate against any applicant or employee because of his membership or non-membership in any private organization. And so we just want to make sure that there's some basis for a trooper to come and to be able to have their matter heard and they feel they can experience that sort of discrimination. And I would point out to you and understand that, you know, civil service commission rules are often looked at when these proposed rule changes are made. And so the Civil Service Commission, although they don't provide a basis for appeal for discrimination for membership or non-membership in the organization, they do continue to prohibit that activity. Their parallel rule is 14.1A, and it still contains the prohibition that there shall be no discrimination on the basis of membership or non-membership in a private organization. So their rule is parallel to the current 14.3 rule. so we would ask, we're really focusing on 14.3. We would ask that that prohibition remain the same with respect to membership or non-membership in a private organization, so that there is an opportunity for a for if he experiences that sort of discrimination, he could file an appeal based on that violation. Now, if you have any questions.
Now, Ms. White, you've been sitting in on these meetings for the past, how many years now? No, it's not a test. And have you ever seen me take the position that I want to do something that limits the power of this commission? You've always seen me take the opposite position, right? I always want to ensure that we secure and maintain the power that this commission has to oversee and to protect the troopers in this case. But unfortunately, I've run across the Summerall case, the Louisiana Supreme Court, and Louisiana Supreme Court is telling us that you can't have an appeal based on that particular factor. So even in my reluctance to support the amendment, the motion that I made, I have to support it because to do otherwise would be inconsistent with, one, the Constitution and the Summerall opinion. And in fact, when the Constitution was being drafted, as stated in Summerall, there was an effort to include in the right of appeal, appeals of discrimination based on being a member of a private club and organization. And that was rejected, though the right itself is still protected under the Constitution. And even if we adopt the rule that I have proposed through the motion that I made, the troopers will still have recourse. They simply will have recourse directly to a district court as opposed to us, which is what happens now. If they have to appeal through us first, they come to us first, then they go to the court. Whereas under, and it would be an appellate review, but under the proposed, they would still have recourse. They would simply have to take it directly to a district court as opposed to us. You agree with that proposition, is that correct?
They have to come here first. I mean, I haven't researched that. That's my understanding today. But I believe that the commission has a duty based on Article 10, Section 4, Section 48, to prohibit this sort of discrimination. I believe that there should be an opportunity to bring that for this commission. And I understand what you're saying about Summerall, and I read that case. I understand what the court said in that case. And that's why I understand that the proposed changes for 13.1, I understand why I made that suggestion. What I'm suggesting is that, not that you make that a basis for an appeal for discrimination. I'm suggesting that it still needs to be a prohibited activity. It's a prohibited activity in the Constitution, and I think it needs to remain a prohibited activity under the rules.
But as you pointed out, if we keep that as one of our rules, that would then be a basis for an appeal based on a violation of one of our rules. And if we don't have authority to oversee that sort of discrimination, I don't think we can do in a roundabout way what we can't do in a direct way. And I say that with all reluctance because, as I told you, I hate saying anything that limits the power of this commission because I think it should have broader powers to protect the troopers and to protect the agency as well as to protect the public. But I'm having a difficult time wrapping my brain around how we could get there.
I would just say again, the Civil Service Commission, although they changed their rules with respect to appeals and the basis for discrimination, they have not changed their rules with respect to prohibited activity. They have to list it still in their definition of discrimination. So, whether or not that's constitutional or not, I'm just saying that they have continued to keep it that way. And we would ask that you consider to keep it as a prohibited.
Thank you. Any other comments, discussion? Thank you, Ms. White. We have a motion that's been moved and seconded. We've had public comments. Anyone else? Oh, you're the one, she's the only one to ask. Okay. All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. The rules will be changed as published in the general circular. The next item on the agenda is the director's report.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. First item I have on the director's report is to review the expenditures of the commission behind tab number 3. Any questions about the commission's expenditures to date? If there are, if there are none, then I'll move to the next item in my report, which is an update on training. Oh, no, actually the promotional exam. On Monday of this week, we held a promotional exam. There were 202 testers. Tomorrow we have a makeup exam scheduled with 5 registered testers. And that will close out the 2023 test year. Our next mandatory promotional exam will be in May of 2024. We'll require all individuals with an eligible score to retest. And any questions regarding the promotional exam? I have an update regarding our SharePoint portal. This fiscal year, we launched our new commission website. And it's a successful launch that provides users with a more dynamic experience for accessing commission information. And the next phase for the commission is to move away from posting announcements on the current LSP internal bulletin board and move to a SharePoint portal, which is currently under construction. I'm pleased to announce that through the partnership with the LSP technology team, the commission's SharePoint portal should be accessible in January. We'll use that site to post vacancy announcements, promotional exam materials, as well as reminders for information that's new that is posted on our external website. So we want to direct people to our external website as much as possible for circulars and information of the commission regarding minutes and hearing updates. But there's certain information that, such as promotional announcements and exam materials, that we keep on a separate portal. Any questions about the SharePoint update?
See,
No, thank you for working on that.
The other item is to advise that our next regular business meeting will be at 9 a.m. on January 11th, 2024. That will be an appeal hearing in the matter of Justin Chason, docket number 23-268T. We'll send out information as we get closer to that date. The last item I have on the agenda, on my director's report, is to advise that annual training is due by December 31st on ethics and preventing sexual harassment. And it'd be a great Christmas gift to me to not remind you every day between now and December 31st. So I'll be personally following up with each of you that still have training to do. That concludes my report.
I notice you keep looking at me.
Just in the direction of the commission. That is all.
And I understand we did not receive any requests to address the commission about items not on the agenda. Is that correct?
We did not, Mr. Chairman.
With that, we'll have a motion to adjourn.
Moved.
So moved. And I see no objections being raised, so we are in adjournment.